So the two factors that are needed and necessary to gain respect is value. I can't lose. No reality where I lose. Ever. One of the most sought after things by humans alive, especially by men, is respect. So a lot of people value respect over even love. Because as a human, if you don't feel like you're respected in your life, your self-esteem will never be high. And self-esteem, how you see yourself, governs everything in your life. So if nobody respects you, you will never achieve certain things. You will never feel good about yourself. And overall, you will not be fulfilled in life if nobody respects you. And a lot of people, when they hear respect, they go about trying to attain it through material things, through wealth. And that's not the way of attaining respect. Most people don't understand what it really takes to be a respected individual and cultivate respect from people that you deal with. And what I've realized is that respect comes down to two factors in life. It's two factors that work hand in hand to create respect and cultivate an aura of respect around yourself to where people will say, this person is somebody that's worthy of my respect. Because the thing about life is that humans will never respect anything unless they're forced to respect it. Not physically forced, but they feel that they must respect this thing. You can't ask for respect. Respect is cultivated through the way that you are, your actions, and how people perceive you. So the two factors that are needed and necessary to gain respect is value and fear. Both of these hand in hand is what gives a person respect from others. So when I talk about value, what does that mean? You can never respect something that is not valuable. Let me give you an example. For example, let's say you're walking down the street and you see a penny on the floor. You might step on it. You're not even going to look at it. You're not going to go pick it up because a penny has so little value that it's not worthy of your respect. That's how you just kick it to the curb. But imagine that same scenario, but instead of a penny, you see $100 bill on the floor. You're going to go get it. You might even chase after it if the wind starts blowing it away. You're going to try and get that $100 bill and stop yourself to get the $100 bill because the $100 bill has value. So then it's worthy of your respect. It's worthy of your time. It's the same thing with a human being. A human being that does not provide value, that is not valuable, can never be respected. Because people respect things that are harder to come by. And in this day and age especially, a human being with real value is very hard to come by. Whether that value is wisdom that you can give to somebody, whether that value is helping them do things, whether that value is financial value that you provide to somebody, you must be a valuable person in order to be respected. It's impossible if you're not respected. So a lot of people in this world today are walking around providing no value to anybody, providing no type of wisdom, no type of financial help, no type of overall, just you're not useful to anybody and you expect to be respected. It's never going to work. So the most important thing in order to be a respected individual is to have value. But value alone is not enough to get you respected, which comes into the second factor I was talking about, which is fear. A lot of people may hear fear and start to take it the wrong way. But the truth is that there must be an aura of fear in order to be respected. Let's go back to that same example I gave with the penny on the floor. You're not scared that you will never see another penny. Of course you will see another penny. So because there's no fear of losing that penny, you will not respect that penny. But when you see $100 bill on the floor, that's rare. When's the next time I'm ever going to see $100 bill that's on the floor? So because of that fear, you're going to respect that $100 bill and go after it because you know that that's something that isn't easily going to come by, depending on where you are in life. But nevertheless is the same. It's the same thing with human beings. If you're a human being that does not have an aura of fear, whether it's the aspect of losing you or the aspect of physical presence, you will never be respected. Think about two types of bosses. Your boss inherently provides you value. Your boss pays you. Your boss has the power to promote you. Your boss gives you knowledge. So your boss has value. But if your boss doesn't have an aura of fear around them, you will still not respect that boss. Look at boss A. Boss A, has value. He pays you. He helps you out, but he lets you walk all over him. Well, no matter what you do, he doesn't say anything about it. No matter how late you come to work, there's no repercussion. So over a time, you automatically have no respect for that person because there's no aura of fear around him. There's no fear of having a consequence. There's no fear of losing the position. So if there's no fear of that happening, even on a subconscious level, even if you wanted to respect that person, you can't. Because why would I? Because respecting somebody takes effort. Respecting somebody kind of puts them on, okay, this person must be respected. This person, I have to respect them. But if the person doesn't force you to respect them, again, not with their words, but with their actions, you will never respect them. Now look at boss B. Boss B does all the same things, pays you, gives you knowledge, can promote you. But the difference with boss A and boss B is that boss B doesn't take any bullshit. If you come in late, you're going to hear about it. You've seen boss B fire other people for not doing what they were supposed to do. So now, because you've seen that, he has cultivated that aura of respect in himself that, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, if you start acting out, the fear of loss is there. The fear of a consequence is there. So because that value plus that fear, you now respect boss B. You understand? It's the same thing in a relationship with somebody. See, if you're a man and you're in a relationship with a woman, there must be value and there must be fear at the same time. In any relationship, in any situation in life, if you want respect, you must have value and you must have fear. So imagine you have a girlfriend, you're providing her, you're paying her bills. Let's say you're taking her out, you're treating her well, you're providing her with everything valuable that a man is supposed to do to provide that with a woman. But there's no fear of losing you because she can disrespect you. She can cheat on you. She can do any type of thing. She cannot do her responsibilities as a woman and you will still take that shit. So now she doesn't respect you because there's no fear of loss. I'm not scared of losing this value that he's given to me because he's shown me that no matter what I do, I will always have this value. And that also shows that you need that person more than they need you. And somebody that's valuable never needs anybody. $100 bill doesn't need you, you need it. Your boss doesn't need you, you need them. They're paying you. So in a relationship with a woman, if you show that you need her by allowing bullshit to go and not cultivating a fear of loss, they will never respect you. Now look at it the other way, from the other side of the coin. You're doing all the same things, paying the bills, providing the emotional support that she needs, being all that type of stuff. But in this situation, there's a fear of loss. Because when she does something wrong, you check it, you tell her, this cannot happen again. When she does something wrong, there's consequences for it. So now there's an air of fear of loss in that situation because she knows, okay, I can't do this, I can't not do this and still have this value in my life. So now I respect this man because he showed me through his actions that he is somebody that must be respected. It goes for anything. I can give you any scenario and this will work. A parent and a child. If a child is acting out, because the parents obviously have inherent value. They're feeding you, you're in their house, they have value to the child. But if a parent allows a child to act out, not do what they're supposed to do, just act crazy, but they're still giving them everything that they want, the child will not respect the parent. This is why American children don't respect their parents, because their parents have not cultivated any air of fear of loss. Not fear of loss like you're not going to be my parent, but fear of loss of privileges that you may have. Maybe you can't play video games anymore. Maybe you can't go out with your friends anymore. Maybe I'm not going to buy you all these wants that aren't needs that you asked for. Maybe I'm going to whoop your ass. So when a child understands that they have the fear of those things, they will now respect the parents. So in any situation in life, because we all want respect as human beings, you have to understand that to get respect, you need to have value and you need to cultivate a fear about yourself. A fear of loss of the value. You first need to have the value, then cultivate a fear of loss of the value. Because again, if you have value, but they know in their mind that the value is always going to be there, they will not respect you no matter how much value you have, no matter how rich, no matter how smart. It's not just about that. It's about the fear of losing that value that cultivates respect in people. And that's why you're not respected. Because even if you have value, there's no fear of losing that value. So start cultivating that fear of loss. Stop taking disrespect and show people that I'm a valuable person, yes. And if you don't come at me correctly, you will lose that value. ICL, no reality where I lose. I don't lose, ever.